Hey guys, what is up? This is Justin Uprising right here, streaming the last faction rally of season 2 here on Destiny 2. Gonna do today's challenges, which are complete 3 heroic strikes here for Wednesday, March 21st. Give me 1 second. So we have today's challenge for the faction token bundle is complete 3 heroic challenges. So I'm gonna complete it with the week's 3 heroic strikes challenge, so I can get the gear from Zavala as well. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So here we go with the first strike of the day right here. I'll be streaming later on tonight. Maybe, I'm not sure if I'm going to be streaming Overwatch or Destiny or Bloodborne, but I will be streaming later on tonight. Probably try out Brigitte or Brigitta or however she's called, the new hero in Overwatch that just dropped yesterday. And what? Okay, we're getting right here in the middle of things real fast. So it's baptized by fire right here. Working on has words right here. Shit. Got a hit right there. Very dangerous, very fucking annoying. Shit! We gotta go. And I'm down. Shit. So yeah guys, this is the 3rd and final faction rally of the season. After this, there won't be another faction rally until season 3, which I think it's doing May, I'm not sure. But here we already got an easy, a fast completion right here.
No more.
On our first strike.
It's hard. I wish to hang it in a place of honor. If it's been destroyed, bring me the ashes. I have constructed an urn for them.
This match with that. And beginning of this, we also have Mods 2.0. I think they come out next week, which the game surely needs. I hope it's actually a good update. Good. Those guys were here for a while. Holy shit, 45 minutes. But yeah, I'm hoping that the update next week with Mods 2.0, I'm hoping freshens up the game. I hope it. Hold up. But yeah, I'm hoping next week's update is good. I mean, the game needs it. The game is the state of the game right now is not pretty for Destiny 2. I mean, there's so much potential in it, but it was potential that got squandered thanks to decisions made by Bungie. But hopefully they get the game back on track. I mean, they gotta communicate more with the player base and with the community. I mean, the communication from them is just terrible right now. Hold up, give me a second. Let me clean the screen right here. There we go. But yeah, like I was saying, the communication from Bungie in terms to the state of the game and upcoming updates and everything, it's not pretty right now. I mean, they could do a way better job. I know they could do a way better job. They're just keeping people in the dark right now, and it's not a good look for them. It's bad PR. And here we go with another quick completion, I guess. And here we are. So he had the end of this strike for some reason. I mean, the player base of the game is also really diminishing as the weeks go by.
The Vex just turned up their security measures, trying to flush us out of here.
Ground. And there he is. Ah, shit. Fuck. Fuck! He hit me against that wall. But yeah, going back to what I was saying in regard to Destiny and the state of the game and all that. Well, we got a revive. This is revive this guy over here, and we got. But we are getting hard and fast right here.
Activated more lasers.
It's hard not to admire the artistry.
It's really not.
shit. Oh. Alright. Let's try to get into the last phase of the strike right here. These guys are good too right there. Fuck! Shit, the fucking laser. Oh, dude, don't fall now, dude.
Does anyone else feel like we've done this before?
Why do you keep
There
asking
we go,
that?
I guess.
I
Another
was the active
completion.
ghost last time. Now it's you.
I've never asked that.
Huh. I swear you did.
There's something strange about this forest.
Alright, so we got 2 completions here in 11 minutes. But yeah, hopefully the upcoming updates with mods 2.0, I hope the next DLC is good. At least get the game on the right track, because right now it is not in a good place. The player base is dwindling down real fast for the game, and it is not looking pretty for Bungie and Destiny 2 right now. I mean, they've lost a lot of goodwill, especially they've lost a lot of the PC player base. So they're gonna have to rectify that real quick. I mean, just one look at the Destiny subreddit, like I'm taking right now, just shows you the state of the game, which is not really that pretty right now. Let me see. I mean, you just see every thread in the hot page right now. An article from Destructoid right now criticizing Destiny's slow path cycle, the slow updates, the slow content delivery. I mean, no communication at all. I mean, it really is hurting them, especially in I mean, in a landscape right now where you have so many different games, like a lot of my friends right now are playing Monster Hunter World non-stop, and I hear it's a good game. I mean, right now, I mean, the game doesn't really appeal to me, but I hear lots of good things about the game. I hear how lots of people are playing. I mean, the community right now that game is full to the max. I mean, when you have games like that, plus you also have Overwatch, which has been consistently full and consistently delivering. Then you have the battle royale games like Fortnite and PUBG that are taking over right now. I mean, Destiny has really lost a lot, and even my fear is right now that it could be a possibility that even though they fix the game and they turn the game into an actually good game, what's supposed to be, I mean, my fear right now, which could very well like give you a case, is that it's a little bit too little too late in regards to the state of the game and everything, and if they manage to fix it in time or not. I mean, it's way past due that they start communicating properly with the fan base, with the player base, and with the community. Tell everybody the state of things. Why are things the way they are right now? I can't explain myself. I mean, communication and keeping people in the know and not in the dark can actually go a long way.
Oh, look!
I mean, this has just been handled from a public relations standpoint, and just it just as a company in general, it's been handled very poorly. I mean, how they think that this is actually a good idea or a wise idea is beyond me. I mean, just taking one look at this past weekend, how many players played the Trials of the Nine. It's very telling. I mean, just like 1-2 weeks ago, it was over 100,000 players. And this past week, they barely cracked 50,000 across all 3 platforms combined. I mean, you only had around 4,000 people on PC playing it, which is pretty bad. I mean, on PC, the game is basically non-existent right now. The player base is very minimal, very small. And that also hurts when the game is the state of the game on PC as well, and when you come to look at the fact that it's on the Blizzard client server. So I mean, you go to that server, you can see World of Warcraft, which I believe just got a new expansion, or getting a new expansion actually. You have games like Heroes of Swarm. I mean, obviously you have Overwatch on that. And the Overwatch is always having different things. I mean, new heroes, new events. They sometimes have those free weekends. Which I think one of them, I'm not sure if one's coming up soon, but point being that it's really hurting the game, especially now that Overwatch released that new hero in Brigitte, and it's not looking good right now for the team, basically. I mean, I would really want the game to succeed. I mean, I remember the scene when I left before the House of Wolves because, I mean, it felt the game very shallow, the game. I mean, I had so many high hopes for it. I was gonna come back for year 2 and year 3, but by then my friends had just abandoned the game completely. I mean, playing the game alone really wasn't gonna be as fun as playing with friends and with others,
for all of us.
which is a problem that I ran in also as well when Grand Theft Auto Online. And I never returned to Grand Theft Auto due to the state of the game and just the blatant abuse of microtransactions. I mean, if Destiny, honestly, by the next DLC or update, they don't fix the game to a respectable place where you can say that it's a good building block for the future, I mean, I probably am gonna leave the game as well. But they have to work it. They have to work fast because, I mean, they're taking too long. And it's really, the longer they take and the more they keep people in the dark about any new information or any updates, it's really gonna come back and bite them in the ass. I mean, it already is. But I think what pisses me off the most about the whole situation is how the game had so much potential and they just messed it up this time. I mean, okay, I mean, for fuck's sake, if you're gonna have microtransactions, don't get greedy and release DLC as well. Try to sell off DLC as well. I mean, really. That's another thing that they have, that they selling the DLC and also trying to double dip with the Eververse microtransactions. It's ridiculous in my opinion. I mean, I think Overwatch got it right. They gave you updates, new maps, new characters for free and everything. But they have the microtransactions for loot boxes and skins. And people will buy them if the game is good and if you get a free content. I mean, people are more willing to spend more on microtransactions due to the very nature of it. I mean, we've seen how much money Overwatch makes off microtransactions alone. I mean, they're shaking hands over fists on them. And that's because, I mean, people realize that they give you free content. still, while giving you free content, I mean, you obviously want to support the game in other ways, and that's where the microtransactions come in. I think that should have been the path that they took in this game. They did it. I mean, if they weren't either so. You're really gonna
This is safe. The Cabal don't need to stick the landing. We do.
But yeah, either do microtransactions and give up free DLC updates and everything, or just have to buy the DLC, but don't do the microtransactions. I mean, don't try to double think like that, because it's really gonna start biting you in the ass. I mean, they have to rework the Eververse store in the past few months because of that alone. I mean, they got greedy. It's biting them in the ass, and it should bite them in the ass. And if they continue to go down the path they're going, the game's gonna die. And there ain't gonna be no Destiny 2, because I mean, obviously people are gonna be pissed. People are not, right now they have to win the tough teams back, basically. They have to get that build up goodwill again, because I mean, they took everything everybody liked in Destiny 1. They built upon good, they did a good build upon Destiny 1 with Year 2 and Year 3. And instead of just taking that, fuck. And instead of taking that and building upon that, they just scrapped everything that they learned from that. They just shat all over all the Google they have built and all the and everything they learned from that, and all the, instead of taking that and building upon it, they just decided to do what they did here. And now they're paying the price for it. They should be paying the price for it. Honestly, this is getting pretty ridiculous at this point. I mean, like right now, I have the show is about to come out pretty soon. I already got mine pre-ordered. I already got my MVP edition of the game pre-ordered. I'm gonna be waiting for it. I'm not sure if it's gonna get here on Friday or not. But point being, I mean, I have it here. I'm playing a lot of Diamond Dynasty this year. Very helpful game.
It's switching guns.
And honestly, it can't. Fuck it.
Modular mine neutralized.
So, Cabal scientists can take a punch, but they're not very smart. I guess they cracked open the planet and that came crawling out.
Golden Age computer core, and that's all she came up with? I could have said that.
If you'd like my insight, I filed an after-action report complete with 433 tactical notes. I win.
Mental all that we don't need. Well, let's go to the tower real quick before switching out. So we got lots of shit to pick up over here. Let's go into the tower real quick then. But yeah, like I've been talking throughout the stream right now since it started like around half an hour ago. The Destructoid article right here voices a lot of the opinion and comments made by the community. I'm gonna read it right here for you guys. It says, and I quote, Destiny 2 development schedule is even more slow going than Destiny 1 somehow. But one could even more relevant recent comparison. One could make even more relevant recent comparisons to account for such slowness. The standard that Bungie needs to be held to is the current landscape, and right now, it's failing to actually address major issues and releasing responses slower than basically every other comparable project right now. It needs to change if the game is going to survive. For the past 6 months or so, Destiny 2 has been a punching bag. While the discussion revolved around poor rewards, the removal of basic quality of life features in the sequel that were present in the original, the decision to release a bare bones premium expansion and gate content behind it, the insistence of valuing PvP, less player to player, so heavily that it hurts PvE, the player versus event portion of it that I like very much, or the still poor level of communication. Bungie has been in the hot seat, and rightfully so. We've talked at length before about Destiny 2's shortcomings, but it's high time we could recognize other outfits that are doing it better. We'll continue that right now. Let me just make sure I get this. But yeah, as you guys can hear right there, a lot of what I'm saying out loud about almost everybody else in the community is saying. I mean, not only the lack of content, but the silence about it. People are restless already. I mean, you can just see last week the game was on Amazon for $13, and I mean, it's pretty.
Thanks for shopping Eververse, Guardian.
That's a pretty big drop. I mean, when you consider that a lot of the new games come also with a month basically of PS Plus. When you take that out, when you put that into the equation and everything, you basically are getting the game for $3. I mean, that's pretty crazy to think about. I I mean, the loot right now is very bare bones. There's nothing very unique about it as well. You can see it's basically almost everything goes to shards right now. And it shouldn't be this way, it really shouldn't, but this is the hole that they dug themselves in and they're gonna have to dig themselves out of. They have to climb out of that hole that they dug themselves in, honestly.
Stay strong, Titan. There is nothing in the Speaker's journals to explain what happened with the Traveler. More mysteries to unravel. The Red War rages on.
Keep getting everything we gotta get over here for a second.
You've got to be kidding me. I'll take it.
You just never quit, do you? Took out Gaul, woke up the Traveler, and now half of what I hear in the... Be careful out there.
We're gonna use this. Upgrade the entanglement cloak. I accidentally dismantled my new monarchy Titan mark, so I'm not gonna be able to complete the whole set on my Titan, but I have everything else intact. So that's gonna be pretty satisfying when I complete all sets this week, minus that Titan mark. But that's another thing. I mean, the factory rallies, sure, I'm glad they made it also PvE. I mean, I'm glad they did it that way, but the ornaments and everything and the armor sets for it were so skilled in the favorite new monarchy. I mean, they're basically always gonna win it. And when you look at what they have against what the other factions have, I mean, it's not even close. And they really gotta rectify a lot of that, have it very balanced for season 3. I hope they do. I'm hoping they're working on a lot of things right now.
The world's changing, Guardian.
I'm gonna return to that article right now. I'm gonna keep reading it for you guys real quick in a second. I'm just trying to get everything in the tower here out of the way. Get all this loot, which is basically just gonna be shards for me, a lot of them. And I mean, it shouldn't.
Just read the after action on your little
for
battle.
shards at this point. It's just very little substance, to say the least. I mean, it's a game that lasts for about a month at most. And it's a bummer because I mean, there was so much potential here. I mean, sure, you also have the fact that I'm mostly playing the game alone, so that takes out a lot of the fun of it.
Welcomes you.
I have the legs. Yes, I do. So let's. Alright, we got the helmet.
Take it. Fight for the future.
Alright, so there we go. Completed
And so, you return to war.
our future war coat set right here.
They say you are a hero.
Something smelling good. But yeah, here we have our full future war coat.
Tell me what I can do for you, Guardian. The future sweeps by like a river.
Let's draw everything up to the 3.
The tower may fall. The city may fall. Future war cores shall endure. Do you have a story to tell me?
Put up all the ornaments on the armor.
Is that deadline gonna work? Things are supposed to last for 10 years.
I await your information. The consensus believes we can steal a march on our enemies by destroying their supplies. This is true, but it also lacks ambition.
Let's see what we got here.
Subtle. Very subtle.
Oh. Right, so let's see what I have left here. I think that's Banshee 44, the weapon stuff. Let me go check real quick and make sure. Yep, it is. So let me just take these real quick over to him. And we'll be switching characters and going to our next completion for the daily challenges.
What do you need? Good eye. Keep it loaded.
I really don't. I really don't need that. So dismantle that. I mean, I have a better Sparrow already. That's another thing I'm gonna be talking about real soon. I mean, just Sparrows and ships in general, and the lack of variety in them. I mean, I want my damn space bus back, space school bus, the Birth of History. But we're gonna have to wait. I really hope they bring that one back.
My team lost last night.
Change characters here real quick. Let's go with my hunter right here. Right, let's go to our strikes again. And let's get these done. So going back to the article, let's continue right here. Here we say, and I quote from the Destructory article, "We've talked at length before about Destiny 2's shortcomings, but it's high time." Okay, I already spoke about that. Okay, and I quote, "Let's take a look at Fortnite first, one of the leading examples of how to communicate with your fanbase in 2018. Back in February, before the game was ready to absolutely explode on Twitch, but still had a more concurrent player base than Destiny 2 with 3.4 million players. on Fortnite, a major issue happened. An extreme server load caused 6 different outages that were the biggest weekend yet, causing all sorts of technical problems for the game right as it was growing. If this were Bungie, they would have waited until their weekly update to post vague reasons for the outages in a cheeky paragraph-long reply. But Epic went above and beyond the Call of Duty, posting a 2,700-word thesis on why the service crashed out and the myriad steps that they were going to implement to correct the issue. This sort of manifesto is commonplace even for small changes. Take another big problem in Destiny's weapons balancing. As explained by this keen-eyed Reddit user, it took Bungie 6 months to balance a weapon type that was woefully underused. Even something as simple as a few lines of code is a Sisyphean task because Bungie insists on balancing PvP and PvE separately.
4 hours ago, I sent several fire teams to investigate a hive ritual deep in the arcology. Something severed our comms.
Continue this right
They've
here.
gone completely
Now
dark.
continue the article at the end of this strike. But yeah, I was going back to the whole communications aspect of it. I mean, it's about time Destiny Bungie started communicating much better in regards to what the rare game is, problems and everything, but they just refuse to do so. I mean, it's especially in 2018, it's baffling to me how a company thinks that's a good idea or how that's acceptable, and how that's acceptable in the common
These locks are brand new. The Hive must have just sealed this door.
Heads up, Caliban. We show Fallen inbound toward your current position.
how they think this is actually acceptable at all, and how they just continue to remain silent. I mean, it's very tone deaf. It's very, and it really is. I mean, it's very dumb, very stupid, very fucking ridiculous. And I mean, it's hurting them. It's hurting them. It should be hurting them. And they just refuse to learn the lesson. I mean, they're just so stuck on their ways that they just don't want to. They don't want to change the way that they view how they view communication. They think just by making some jokes on their that Bungie thread on their forums, which are always very empty, very not full of much substance, and they just think that just throwing cheeky jokes and Friends references, as they always title their just look at Bungie posts with the one with. They think that alone is actually gonna help them, and it's really not. People are tired of it. They want clear, concise messages. I mean, they want to know what the fuck is going on there. It's ridiculous at this point to expect people to want otherwise. I mean,
Consulting Vanguard archives on hive rituals.
I mean, at this point, the game.
I'm getting
really...
a lot of hits about death experiments. I don't know what you're walking into, Caliban, but keep your eyes up. I want to see you all alive at the end of this.
Get away from him! I won't let you transform him!
I think alive is the bare minimum we should shoot for. Sloan? Are you there? I've got a lock on that transmission. Let's go.
You hear me? Caliban? Caliban, are you there? Sir, they're not responding.
continue down this pathway.
The broadcast came from this room. Where's that guardian? That's void light in there. How? Be created by Guardians. I don't understand how the Hive got their claws on it. Wait, hold on. This is a cap on some kind of summoning spell. The whole thing is being powered by void light. The Hive are calling something to Titan. No wonder they don't want company.
Is someone there? Hello? Sloan? Anybody in the rig listening? I swear I just heard a voice.
We copy. Who is this?
I'm just gonna keep going and keep talking and hope that the signal gets better.
We can't let the Hive use these to fuel their magic. That'll rile them up.
Let's continue down this place.
Unknown fire team, do you copy?
We copy. Are there others with you?
No, just us down here. Real talk, I don't know how much more my ghost can take. And I'm running out of ammo.
Just lie low. We're coming for you.
Lie low is not in my playbook. I'm gonna do what I can to help you from here.
Just remember, better to release this light than let the Hive misuse it.
go. Fuck. Back into this. Try again, I guess.
Seems like this magic's pretty unstable.
Yes. They're playing with powers that they don't understand. Back off, you ugly piece of work!
We have to hurry. Takeo, listen. We can use the crystals to disrupt the ritual. We can beat this.
Yeah, great idea. But there aren't any powered crystals in here. Never mind. We're going with that plan.
But you said there aren't any crystals.
Not yet.
Takeo. We're going to make you proud, Takeo.
Oh, that's bullshit. Anyways.
our chance. Well, we did it. Wish we'd had time to think of another way, but we did it.
I got the mask, got the gloves. I'm just missing. So yeah, let me go back to that article real quick. Okay, where I left off is the Bungie and the weapons balancing businesses, but in the case of Fortnite, Epic took the community's feedback to heart several times for big meta changing weapons and made hot fix alterations mere days later. Fortnite isn't the anomaly here though. Destiny 2 is. Just look at the communication effort from Digital Extremes for Warframe compared to the lines for Destiny 2.
Welcome to Nessus. This planet is crawling with Vex. The Red Legion is sending crews. We need to know why. Failsafe, are you online?
Commander, your favorite AI is primed and ready. I have prepared backdoors into several key Vex systems.
Before I even continue.
We have detected a series of seismic disruptions.
Says Bungie's most famous line, "We're listening," could translate to a 6 months to a year patch, but Digital Extremes holds developer streams for a 5-year-old game. A strategy Bungie should have employed with Destiny, just continuing Destiny 1, updating the community on the innards of the game, where it's going and where it can improve. Bungie's biggest problem is hubris. They're only willing to briefly or underhandedly admit defeat if their hand is caught in the cookie jar. The list goes on. Ubisoft opened up about the Division's poor endgame content during its launch and went on to completely overhaul the game based on direct player feedback, even going so far as to fly out players and streamers to get the feedback firsthand. None of which is even hinted at with Bungie's Steel Fortress We're Right style of development. Ubisoft did the same thing with Rainbow Six Siege, to the point where it's barely even the same game anymore. And with R6, they're sticking with the one SKU idea. Mere days after receiving negative feedback, Ubisoft immediately reverted their plans for a rollout. Sorry, I dropped my phone there for a moment. Bungie could immediately turn this franchise around by talking about the big glaring problems that Destiny 2 has openly, instead of periodically posting "We're listening" on Reddit and heavily prepared brief flowery update blogs. I was going back to about the whole cheeky updates and the whole reference to friends and all that. I mean, they think that works, and it's obviously not working. The whole we're not addressing the elephant in the room because we know what we're doing. Style development is an archaic way of doing things, and Bungie is suffering because of it. It doesn't help that they make months to deploy balance fixes that its competitors can roll out in days, but they still haven't made good on their promise to actually communicate. If they fix that, they'll be on the first steps on their journey to salvage Destiny 2 reputation. Going back, so that's the end of the article, and it voices a lot what I was saying earlier on the stream about communication from Bungie and just letting people know, not keeping them in the dark. I mean, obviously, keeping people in the dark. I mean, people are getting restless, and they should. And it's gotten ugly past the point that that Bungie has any leeway. I mean, they have to fix their thing. They got to get their shit together, and they just obviously are not trying to do that. I mean, they're, instead of working with the community and the players, they're working against them. And that's a very, very bad way. That's a very quick way to find yourself without a game, without support, and out of jobs. Obviously, because I mean, apart from Destiny, I don't know what else Bungie has been doing lately. I mean, I honestly do not know. If somebody could let me know, I mean, feel free. But they are just, they're dead set on saying that they're right, they're wrong, that they're right and we're wrong, and it's just laughable at this moment. At the end of the day, it's like I was saying, the basis for a good game is there. They just have to work towards it. They have to admit that they're wrong, and they have to work towards fixing that. But they're just obviously not doing that. So with that, let me just go to the tower real quick before ending the stream right here. A little bit over an hour. I'm gonna be streaming again later tonight. But
hello, Guardian. Welcome.
Dismantle that. I don't need that. I mean, I feel like I'm just beating a dead horse at this point, talking about Destiny and all their lack of problems. It's something very redundant. But this is a sad case of where everything is at right now.
Dead orbit is no fair weather friend.
Alright, so we got that. So I'll be streaming later tonight, guys. I mean, if y'all want to join, y'all can join. And anyways, this is Justin Uprising. I'm going to be signing off for now.
Do you hear the stars?